this a few minutes early. I had a lot of trouble yesterday trying to get everything up. So I'm going to start a little bit earlier. So tonight I'm going to look at a few of the great items in the Celebration catalog. Or not in the Celebration catalog, sorry, in the new Mini Catalog. So that is this one here. So that's this one here. And I really love this catalog. I was going to buy a lot of things from it, but you can't buy everything, so but there are a lot of great stamp sets in this book. So we're going to start with, I ordered a few things from the annual catalog, and you can always mix and match things from the annual catalog to the mini catalog and vice versa. So don't ever feel like that you're kind of stuck with certain stamp sets or certain paper, that you don't have to stick to what they give you. You can change things around. So the first set of paper I'm going to show is on page 133. 133 of the catalog. So that is this one here. So this is called the Kitings of Christmas 6x6 Designer Series paper. And it has so many cool different designs. So there's Christmas trees, there's holly and ivy, there's little designs, stripes, little flowery kind of ones. Anyways, they are super cute. So I made a whole bunch of cards tonight with those. So those are on page 133 of the annual catalog. So I realized that there was Christmas paper and there's Christmas stamps in the annual catalog, so that's there at the bottom there. And I decided to buy that and use it, and I really was happy. It's very, I don't know what the word is, classic, I would say. Classic cards, so your red and your greens, that a lot of people use for cards. And in the mini catalog, I'm going to show you a few I use it with the Reflected in Nature, which is on page 60. So that is this one here. So that's on page 60. And it has some cool sayings with it. It's not Christmas sayings, but I did make, using this paper, I did make some Christmas cards. We're going to start with that. So this is my first one, and I also use on page, sorry, I'm going to tell you what page. So that ribbon there, that matches, that's on page, I do have it tagged off here, but of course I can't find it when I need it. That always happens to me. So that's on page 139, and that is called the Weave Ribbon, and that is with the new in colors. So the Evening Evergreen, Fresh Frizia, Pale Papaya, Polished Pink, and Soft Succulent. So that's the Soft Succulent there, and I just use Soft Succulent for the whole card in white. So it's a very simple card, but it does have that pretty background paper there. Very naturey kind of paper. That really goes nice with that stamp set. Hi Hannah. That's the same thing that happened last night, so I might have to turn it off and turn it back on. There's new things with the so I might have to turn it off and turn it back on, which usually makes me lose all my viewers, so I don't really like to do that. Can you hear me now, Hannah? Because I don't have anything on in my apartment, so it might just be that my computer is just giving me trouble. I'm not too sure. Anyway, so that's the soft succulent, and I don't know if you can hear me still. Okay, perfect, Karen. Thank you so much. Because it's last night. I don't know what was happening. I'm thinking that it's something happening in the background. I know there was updates to Facebook, and of course the updates have to happen when I'm doing my launch party. So that's always fun. But anyways, they were updating for the last few days, so I'm pretty sure the updates are causing me a little bit of problems with my volume and my everything else. So here's hoping everybody can hear me. Um, anyway, so that's the soft succulent using the. I'll have to go back to my books. So that's the. I don't know what I want to call it. I want to call it Log Cabin. The stamp set, and that's what I want to call it, and that's not what it's called. And I'm not sure why I really want to call it that. Reflected in Nature, it's called. And then here's another one. So this one I also showed yesterday. And this one has that free paper that you can get when you do a $60 order. And it looks like a disco ball is what I think of it. When you see it in person, it's so shiny and glimmery. And this one I embossed. And then this one I just did stamping, and then used the background paper I used for that was the celebration paper, which is on page 8 of the celebration flyer, and that's with the peaceful prints. And then the last one I did this one for our swap card. We do swaps. If you become a demonstrator, you can, and you join with me, you can join our swaps every month. So we do different swaps every month. This theme this month was Christmas, so I made I used a Christmas saying with the stamp. And each month we do a different swap. So next month will be like a fall theme, and we get usually about 10 or so people participating, and it's a lot of fun. So if you ever thought of becoming a demonstrator, you don't have to do what I do. You don't have to make videos. You can just stay at home and make your own cards, and as long as you're pretty much doing like buying about $130 a month, you can still be a demonstrator, and it gives you a lot of bonuses, benefits, deals. You can get a lot of deals from it, and that's the reason I originally joined. And then with that stamp set, or sorry, that card, I also use the birch background stamp. It's a really naturey one, and that's in the annual catalog. And then there's a reflected in nature. And you'll see that it has like a little eagle on top, and there's some inspirational quotes on there. And then returning one stamp set to the annual catalog is the Nature's Beauty. So this one I've used a few years, and it's one of my favorites. It's got cute little animals on it. And that is on page, just let me find in my book, the annual catalog is on page 53. It's right there on page 53 of the annual catalog. And that is right here. So it's super cute. Even the trees on it are really cute. I used this in one of my cards here. So with the little bunny, I made this one. And then this one is using the free celebration paper, the peaceful prints. And I also did a deer one. And this one is using the red paper from page 133 of the annual catalog that I was showing before. And I also used, you'll see right here, this is shimmery paper. So there's red and green shimmer paper that came back in with this catalog. And I'll show you that. And I don't think I marked that off in my book, so just give me a minute here. I'm sorry for moving around so much. The nice part about these books is they have a little quick. So this is red and green 12 by 12 foil sheet. So this is the red, and it looked really pretty with that paper. And it is on page 35 of the mini catalog. And then down here I just ripped the paper to make that look like that. I made it kind of like a little statement. And next is the Angels of Peace stamp set. That's right there. I'm going to show you that in the catalog. That's in the mini catalog, and that is on page 42 of the catalog, and it is right there. And I use the Celebration paper again, the shimmery one, to make that one. And then I embossed the little angel in gold. My aunt made a really good point. She said this would be cute for any type of wedding card. If you're having a little flower girl for a wedding card, you could just take the wings off and it would be a really cute little flower girl. So it's kind of would be a nice little like thank you gift card that you could make for them. It was a really good idea. I really like that idea. And then in copper, so I did copper foil and then red, and then I embossed her in copper. I again used the Kitings of Christmas paper again, and I used this one down here, this dark one, and I used the one up at the top, so this one in the middle here, and I made these two cards, which I colored in with my Stampin' Blends. And I didn't put any sayings on them. They just are really pretty by themselves. So I didn't really put too many sayings unless they needed a saying. But it's kind of a busy card. And then I just colored it in, and I used the same colors as are in the paper. So in the catalog on page 133 of the annual catalog, it tells you what colors go with that paper, and then you can just match up your Stampin' Blends to that paper. Hi, Jane. Hi, Willie. Willie, I don't know what's going on with my Facebook, so I was telling the girls earlier. Good. I'm glad you can hear me. Thanks, Jane. So that's my angels. I do like collecting angels, so that's something I've collected since I was younger. And it's just something I've always liked little angels. And when I was a little girl, I had a book that was about a guardian angel, and then one of my favorite movies is about a guardian angel, so just something that I really liked from when I was a little girl. So let's go on to another set here. So this is one of my super favorite sets. So this one's called Arctic Nature. I'm going to call it the wrong thing. I want to call it just Polar Bear. but it's not called polar bear. See, I even wrote it on my little sticky note, polar bear. It's not called polar bear. It's called Arctic bear, and it's on page 39 of the catalog. So that's right there. And this card at the top here really inspired me. So I'll show you that card first, and then I'll show you the other cards that I made. It's just a really super cute stamp set, and it's a real like it looks like a real polar bear instead of like a cutesy polar bear. And everything else that went with it is just gorgeous. So I really like this set. So the first one I'll show you is this one here. So this one I used, all of the polar bears are cut out. So I stamped them and then cut them out. So I'll show you the stamp set. So that is the Arctic Bear stamp set, which is right here. And then after I stamped out the polar bears, sorry, my dies are underneath all my cards, because you wouldn't think I would put that on top, so it would be easy to get. Oh, goodness. I don't know why I'm so unorganized. Okay, so that's these guys here. So I just cut out the big polar bear and then the little polar bear. And then I used everything else in the set except the sun and then this just little water here. I just found other ways of using the other type of things I have on hand. Alrighty, so there's that one, and that one I use with the, I just blend the blending brushes, so that's what I used, and then I colored in, so right here, this little darker spot, I just colored in with the pencil crayons that we have. And then I just made that a thank you card, because they don't have to be, just because it's polar bear and it's Christmas time, you could send any card out during like the winter time, right? And then this one says snowflake wishes for a Merry Christmas, and I use that as a saying, and then I used the background. I made that background myself with the snowflake wishes stamp set, which is in the annual catalog. I'll tell you what page that's on, and that was a returning one from last winter. So Snowflake Wishes is on page 90 of the annual catalog. So that's right there. I have a few more samples for that one. So this one I decided to do like two little polar bears walking behind the mom or dad polar bear. I thought that would be cute, just because the polar bears do look like little baby polar bears. And then I did one with from the framelits, the icicles kind of hanging down, so it made it look a little bit like a cave. And then I just ripped the paper at the bottom to make it look like snow, and then I just did two different hills kind of thing. And then just went over it with blue. And then my third one, I used the silver foil sheet, which is in the mini catalog. And it has like a purplish, the one is like just a silver. The other one has this purplish hue to it. So I used the Fresh Frisia. I still can't say that properly. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to say that. I know Constance told me last time how to say it. And this silver is a silver foil, and it's 12 by 12, and it's on page 23 of the annual catalog. And without seeing it, it's kind of, you wouldn't really know how it looks like. It's pretty tiny pictures in the book. But I just used two embossing folders. So I'm going to show you that embossing folder that snowflakey one there. That one I got out of the annual catalog also. So I thought I would get a head start before all of the new stuff came out. I thought, oh, I'll get a head start on my Christmas cards. And so I bought the paper and the embossing folders, thinking, oh, I'll have tons of time to get that done, and that didn't happen. So I decided to use it for mine. So that's this one down here at the bottom of the annual catalog, and that's on page 155, and you can use them in the small embossing, the new embossing machine. So one is, so I'll show you those up close, because they don't give really good pictures in the book. So one is a, I don't know if you can see that very well, probably easier this way. So one is, it looks like pine tree. And I forgot to use the pine tree. I actually did all my cards and then went, oh, I forgot to use the pine tree. But I used that one for this card. I don't know if you can see it better that way. There we go. It's very, very pretty. So that's the embossing folders. And I also used the Snowflake Wishes. So the Snowflake Wishes one, I also used that on another card with the embossing folder. And that is this one here. So what I did is, here is, I kind of made my own paper. And what you do is you ink up the flat side of the embossing folder and then send it through your embossing machine. And it'll turn out blue. So that's how I did that. And then I just did the, if you can see it there, it's hard to see because it's shiny. With the silver, I just used the, and I'll show you where the silver is in the, now if I wouldn't have had those stamp sets, I probably wouldn't have mixed and matched them, but since I had them from last year, I had kept them. So these are the 3 silver ones here at the bottom, and that's on page 23. I think I've gone through everything tonight. I'm going to do another, I did a long one last night because I went through all of my new stuff from the celebration book. Maybe we'll go through that quickly. I'm just going to show you a few things I didn't get. They are super cute things out of the celebration flyer this year. So the celebration flyer is when you buy $60 worth of Stampin' Up! Before taxes and shipping, you can get a free item. So you can get a free item from this catalog. The catalog items are super cute. So that is the gold paper, and that is on page 3 of the celebration flyer. And they show you some ways of using it there. And then the penguin playmates are on page 4, so I showed that yesterday, and they are super cute. I did a lot of cards with them because it's just so easy to use them. And it also goes really well with the penguin place bundle. So it has the stamp and they have the punch with it for that bundle. And there's also a Feels Like Home stamp. It's a little, like a door, front door. And then the beautiful pen paper. And this one's kind of cool because it's black and white and you can color it in. So if you want to use different ways of coloring, Stampin' Blends, you could use sponges, you could use your anything, like anything to color it in that we have. Pencil crayons. And then this is a Peaceful Prince, the one I was showing some of today. and they have great ideas of how to use them in the catalog. And that also goes with the Peaceful Deer bundle. So it shows you there how you can use it with the mini catalog. And then this is the free counting sheep stamp set that I got. And those are the dies, which I have not bought as of yet, but I do need to buy those. And then we have the Textures and Frames stamp. Now this one was kind of cool because I saw a whole bunch of people, because of the Olympics being on, they took these circles and they made Olympic circles with them. And I thought that was pretty cool. Then Summer Shadow dies. So there's Summer Shadow dies, which are very pretty flowers. And they go with the Shaded Summer stamp set, which is in the mini catalog. And then we have the Delicate Dahlia stamp set. And that one is $120, so you get that one with $120 in sales, not a $60. So just watch your little circles here. So these will tell you if it's $120 or $60. And then there's a host stamp at the back. So if you want to host your own party, there's a host stamp that you can get at the back. And then they have a little join page. Okay, so I just want to go through that. Thank you everybody for joining me. Thank you, Jane. The polar bear card was the idea of the book that I took off of. It's just really turned out really nice. Thank you. Thanks everybody. Thanks everybody for coming. Like I said, hi Marlene. I will be back again tomorrow, and if you missed, I know a lot of people missed, and I think it's because of the way the thing was taping yesterday. It said it sent it out to everybody, and I don't even think it sent out that I was doing a video tonight, or yesterday. So there was only 2 people watching me, which is fine. And then it said there was a whole bunch of comments, and I couldn't see all the comments, so I don't know what was happening with my computer last night. But I will, if you want to go back and look at that, that's on my page. You can see that on the Melissa Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator page. So you can watch that. That has lots and lots of ideas. I went on in for an hour about all of the different things I used. So you can look at that. And let me know if you want to make a purchase of anything. I will be doing my purchases on Saturday morning. I'm going out of town on Sunday and Monday. Yes, Sunday and Monday of this week, so I won't be here. So that's why I'm doing it on Saturday morning. Friday night's usually a busy night for me, just because I usually do all my running around on Friday evening, getting groceries and such. So if you want to do any ordering, we can do that on Saturday. My home phone is now working again, so if you need to call me to give me a number, or if you're okay with doing it over email, email is usually best for me. My cell phone sometimes is on and off of working. Sometimes I don't have data, so if people send me pictures or stuff like that, it won't go through. So if you send it by email, I most likely will get it, just because I have a computer. So yes, the purchases will be coming to your house, because I won't be putting in an order probably until the 20-something of the month, when I'm back home from going to visit my parents. My brother's going to be here looking after my place, but he's going to be working, so I'm not trusting of things not coming here. So I would rather me send them to your homes, and then you guys can make sure that you get those items. So I will be sending them individually to people's homes. Like I said, I won't be putting anything in until the end of the month, or the middle of the month, because I won't be here. So I don't want to miss getting my packages. Plus, when you go pick up a package, you have to have ID. So my brother can't take his ID and say he's me. it's not gonna work. So that's why I'm just sending it to everybody's houses again. So yeah, so that's all, and I will see you tomorrow night. Sorry for starting so early tonight, but like I said, if you want to see any of my celebration items, they were on last night. I went on for an hour, and there's so many cards that I made with those, because that paper is so much fun to use. All the paper that's in that the celebration book is so great. So um, including that little sheep set, so cute and so much fun to use. So yeah, so have a great night, and I hopefully I didn't miss anything. And I will see you all tomorrow night at 6 p.m. And I'll go again probably 6 till 6:30 or 7, and then we will be doing the ordering on Saturday. Then I'll be putting in the orders on Saturday to get shipped to your home. And if you want to do that yourself, if you're cool with going online and doing that yourself, you can do that yourself. You just pick me as your demonstrator, and then it will go through for you. And if not, you want me to do it for you, that's fine with me, and I'll send it to your house. It usually takes about 10 days for shipping. And with COVID going on and fluctuations all over the world, sometimes it does take a while to get certain things. I don't think there's anything on back order as of right now, but those things change daily. So like I said, Saturday I would suggest people, if they want things and not have things on back order, they probably want to put in purchases on Saturday. And I will let you know if it tells me right away. I will let you know if things are back ordered, okay? Just so if you can make a decision, okay? So we will see you tomorrow, and thank you everybody for joining me, and we will see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. Have a great night.